Hello and welcome to Sent with Love from Rita. This is Rita and I'm thrilled to have you again on my 5th of the Little Wild series. And sorry I took a little break. Spring had sprung and I got out in my gardens for a minute. I hope you had a happy Mother's Day. And this is going to be a super fun card. I have somewhat assembled it already, but I want to go over the elements we will be using. So the Sunshine Wishes for the congrats, and that is the cutout. I love cutout sentiments, and we're going to be using that in this. And also we will be embossing this large polka dot. Love that. I'm a big fan of polka dot and stripes. Okay, and then the stitched shapes to cut our circle. And finally, the little loves to cut out our little shape of our elephant. And so how I wanted it to be is, let me bring this in, the 5.5 by 8.5 to go in our envelopes. They are very nice from Stampin' Up in the Whisper White, and they are just the medium white envelopes. So I cut my Whisper White paper to fit in there, and that is the 5.5 by 8.5. Then I used the stitch cutter to cut this out first. Don't forget to use washi tape whenever you're doing any die cutting, so to keep everything really straight. And then I took the color that we're using is the powder pink, and that is of course a perfect color to be making a little baby card for a little baby girl. And what we did was, again, this technique with the sponge, how I've done that before, and I colored in Whisper White. First I used the Versamark, and then I used Rose Red to actually stamp it. I did not want that in black. And then I used the powder pink in my little sponge to fill in the color. And that made that elephant, the pink, stuffy kind of an animal that I wanted it. I didn't want it to look like the gray elephant this time. Okay, and then when I originally did the polka dots, I first cut it and then I embossed it with the polka dots. So that might be something to keep in mind. And so this is powder pink, and I used something that Stampin' Up doesn't carry, but it is a Shimmer Spritz, Shimmer Spritz, say that fast. And so you just shake it up, and I sprayed it over some scratch paper, both on the elephant to give it some really pretty, kind of almost polka dot looking shimmer. Really beautiful. Let me show you that again. Okay, and then on this paper you can see it's really, really gorgeous. So not only do we have the large polka dot, but we have little tiny specks of almost dots of shimmer. Okay, so then I also cut that out, and I've showed you how to do that before. I just put this on with a little washi tape and then snuck in this between there, taped it down, and then cut out exactly so it was where I wanted it to be on this Whisper White. Then, thirdly, I took the largest, and the second largest, taped those together with washi tape, and it cut this beautiful little piece out. It has the stitches, thus the stitch shapes, framelets, and we'll put those aside, and then that's what that will be looking like, is it will be on that little edge. And I used my little tip that I had showed you before, where you use the bottom of the pencil, dip it into the color ink that you want, and then on scratch paper, just go around whatever the paper is you're using. And this time I did not do first and second generation stamping. I just did first, but I only used some edges and then only in the middle the full polka dot once in a while to give it that cute look. So we are going to assemble this card. When I did the congrats, you know how I love to do raised sentiments, and you know how I like to have that fun foam. And so I cut congrats out of fun foam and then cut it out of the Whisper White, and we will just be gluing that together and raising that up on this card. Okay, now for the fun. So what I want to do is create a spinner card. And how I do my spinner cards is I use this floss that you use for embroidery. And it comes with 3 pieces in that ply. We just need one, and we pull that apart. And what we'll be doing is putting the elephant between. So we'll be gluing him with that floss in between. So here I have glued this just with my liquid glue, and you can see that I did not emboss this guy in black. I didn't want it to look black. I wanted it to look like a pink stuffy, like how we did the mint one before. And so I just did a darker rose red on that. Okay, and so now we have this string in between. When assembling this card, what we're going to do is we're going to set this little sweetheart right in the middle here. And we're going to glue down this paper over it. I'm first just going to use a little glue dot to initially hold that in place. And then we will be gluing it down better with our liquid glue. Well, let's try this. Okay, I don't see any string. Fabulous. Make sure. All right, this was kind of a fun card to make, this cute little polka dot embossing folder. Made my polka dotting idea really easy. When you use liquid glue, it gives you a little chance to arrange your papers so that you can have everything lined up before you push everything down. Now, we'll glue this piece. Finishes off that edge really pretty, and it emphasizes our polka dot idea, like that. Then finally, the last element is the gluing of our sentiment. So this little card goes to a brand new baby in our family, little sweet girl. And I'm so excited to send this. Line this all up. All right, so I glued on the congrats statement, and I put that over the fun foam. And then I took my Wink of Stella, and this is always so lovely to make things a little bit more glitzy, and you can see how it's just all full of that soft little glitter. I hope you can see that in this light. On top of that, I am going to put a gloss like I've done in the past. I did add 3 little pearls. I was going to really put some sequins and pearls and things around, but I just couldn't find a spot where I could add to all the cuteness already. So I just put 3 there. So what you do with your spinner card is before you put it in the envelope, you twist this up really well. And then you close your card like that. And then when they pull it out of the envelope, and open it, it spins. Isn't it so cute? So, you know, just that little bit of floss there is all you need. It's soft enough and pliable enough. Thread might be a little bit too thin, but if you have a thicker thread, you know, that's fine. And so there it is again. And when you open the envelope, it just does its magic. And the fun thing about this spinner card with this stamp set is you get to see the back part of the elephant. So it doesn't always work, you know, perfectly unless you have a way to do a back as well. And then you can put a sentiment right in here as well, which I will probably do for this sweet little baby. And it's so exciting. I love this little card, how it turned out. I had it in my mind with the pink polka dots, and I was going to put polka dots on this little stuffed animal, which you could do, but I kind of liked just that mist of the shimmer that dropped droplets and made it look kind of added beautiful polka dotty. I hope you really liked this card, and the last thing I want to show you is when this congrats is done. This is the final version of this card with that gloss on the top of my sentiment. Absolutely gorgeous. You could have also done something like the Dazzling Diamonds glitter paper if you wanted. I liked the soft shininess of the gloss instead and allowed this shimmer and this shimmer to pick up that gorgeous glitterness. I think once you can get this in the right light, you will see also my wink of Stella underneath there. I hope you're catching it. But anyways, I hope you like the idea of this spinner card. We'll open it up one more time. And I hope you try it out as well and send a little love to someone in your life. So thank you for joining me again. This is the last in my series of A Little Wild, and we will be moving into a new series that I think you will love as well. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Enjoy this beautiful spring weather. God bless you. Bye-bye.